First of all, let me just say I have on the most amazing pair of jeans. They're so cute. I have to take a picture and maybe put it in the video or show it to you guys later. But anyways, let me go ahead and get into my message. It's me, Lola. What's up? Hope you guys are having the most amazing day. So I had this thought recently. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm kind of a super reflective person. If anyone knows me in person, you know I don't do a lot of talking at all, especially in large groups. I'm probably trying to exit the group and leave, or sit at the back of a room and kind of watch and not really interact a lot. But I love my personality and I've come to embrace it. I read this book that super empowered me about introverts and our strengths. So yeah, I'm super in love with the way God made me and excited to continue to grow and learn about more of who I am as a person. But I know that's not what you came here to hear. So let me go ahead and get into it. During one of my reflective moments and my thoughts, I considered a few things, and this is what came to mind: that you're about to fulfill and complete things that your ancestors started. That's heavy, right? Let me say that again. You're going to fulfill things that your ancestors started. That's super heavy, but I thought this earlier in this week, and I was like, let me share this with my people, my community, and the Smoking Prophet, and anyone else who happens to just come along and catch it. And when I wrote that, I know sometimes you guys see messages and it's like, oh, this is kind of cliche, or you know, someone just wrote this because they thought it sounds good, right? But no, like when I wrote that, I really meant that, and I felt like God breathing on that. Last year, I was doing some yard work or something. Me and my husband got into gardening a lot last year. Like, we did a flower bed and a garden for the first time. As a matter of fact, someone gave me onions the other day, and I have to go outside and plant them. Got to find a moment to do that. It's been raining so much where I live. I know I've just gone off somewhere else, but it's been raining so much where I live that I just have not wanted to go outside because it's super messy to deal with anything. But I'm gonna go and plant those onions and some planters because my grandmother said that they can grow in the winter. So I'm like, yay. But me and my husband did a lot of like gardening. We did a lot of stuff. So I was outside and I was doing some yard work and I was alone, and I felt the Lord just start breathing on me. He caught my attention, and then he started talking. He was like, you're gonna fulfill things that people in your family have started. And he actually named like the people, and he named things that me and my husband were going to be doing. And so when I talked to my husband, I was like, it's so, man, us getting together, like I never realized the weight of our whole relationship, our whole partnership. It's like it's expediting the plans that God had for us. You know, him putting us together, it's like it's accelerating them. And God was like, you could have done a lot of stuff on your own without your husband, but I really wanted this to come together. I wanted to fuse you guys together and you guys to do this stuff together in life. So I'm just like, wow. So back to this whole thing and the message, like you're going to fulfill things your ancestors started. Like God told me specifically something that me and my husband would do that someone in my family started, and he told me who the person was, and then even brought a situation to mind. And I talked to another family member about it recently. I'm like, why didn't you all ever complete this? And they're just like, I don't really know. We just didn't. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, this is what the Lord told me about it. We're going to fulfill some of these things for you. And I was like super excited that we can even have that conversation. But that's a whole nother story. But after that happened, you all, not when I talked to the other family member, but after God breathed that on me that day during the summer, I went to an event, and someone at an event was talking to me and encouraging me, and the Lord giving prophetic expressions, God inspired thoughts and statements to me regarding my life. And me and my husband's future. And one of the things they said was what God had already spoken to me about me fulfilling something that my ancestors had started. And when they said that, I'm like, no one knows this. Like, I don't talk about it. I'm not even talking about it now. I'm telling you about it, but I'm not telling you what it is. But I'm like, this is so God, because nobody knows this. And I told them that afterwards, not immediately afterwards, but at some point I told them that afterwards. But I was just like, wow. Now, mind you, I forgot all of this when that statement came to me earlier this week, and I shared it on social media. But I just want to say to you and encourage you all that you're going to fulfill things that your ancestors started. And don't be surprised if dreams and ideas, the things that your grandparents dreamed about, the things that their parents dreamed about, the things that, people in your family have had ideas about. Don't be surprised if some of these things start being revealed to you. And if you get a burden on your heart, a good burden to want to do some of these things, don't be surprised. And if you look at it like, wow, this is too big and too grandiose of a thing for me to accomplish, just know that no, if God says something, then God's got you. A psalm that I've been meditating on for the last several weeks, and that I'll probably take with me through the rest of the month, is Psalm 44:3. Like, the things that God did for people in the past was not because of their own ability, their own strength. No, it was because of Him. So if God reveals something to you and says you're going to do this, then that's just even more reason for you to just have total faith and say, no, He said this. He's going to do it. All right. I love you guys. I'm out of here. Have the most amazing day. Bye.